What up, YouTube? Lee here with TeamPurplePanda, and I got a brand new segment for you guys. And this segment is called Yugi Ruling 101, because I believe that to get good in this game, you actually learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, no way, right? But yes, to get good in this game, you actually learn how to play the game. So, in other words, you learn the more detailed ruling of the game. And being a judge, I actually spend a lot of time, researching and this and that. I'm in no ways like perfect in my ruling. I make mistakes quite often, but I actually have a fascination of the rules, and I actually go and research them quite often. And just by doing so, up my game quite a bit. So yeah. So this particular segment is inspired by one of my friends who bought a map from me not too long ago, and he wrote me a message a while back. It said here, let me go and read this to you real quick. It said right here, "Hey Lee, I was dealing some friends, and he said you have to declare what synchro you're synchroing for. They said it's a new ruling, and the judges are local said so too." He says like this. He said he had Debris and Danny on the field, and he said that I had to declare what I'm synchroing for. I say Black Rose, and he composed my Debris. So is that a new ruling to declare what you're synchroing for? And another scenario, if player A has Stardust in the grave and a set called the Hunted, and player B summons Debris and gets Dandy, player A then asks player B what synchroing for. If player B says Black Rose, then player A will call the Hunted Stardust. That sucks, so am I knowing if this is true or not? And then this is my buddy John Lowell here. So I'm going to break it down for you guys. So let's just look at this real quick. Let's say this is my field and this is his field. He has two set card, spell and trap card, and he has Stardust in the graveyard. And I have a Dandelion in the graveyard, and I have a Debris Dragon in my hand. This is a Debris Dragon in my hand. Okay. So this is how it normally go down. If it's my turn, I go, okay, main phase 1. I normal summon Debris Dragon. And when Debris Dragon is summoned, it starts a chain. And at this point, my opponent can chain Call of the Hunted, Compose, Book of Moon, etc., etc. I don't want to pull out my Compose, so I'm just going to use my Book of Moon as an example. So it's a Book of Moon right here. Okay, so I go summon the response. At this point, they can book my Debris Dragon. Okay, and Debris Dragon effect will activate, bring out a Dandelion. Okay. So that's one way to go about it. The second one, if I go summon, do you have response? They go no. Okay, then I activate this effect to special summon Dandy from the graveyard. And when Dandy is special summoned, he starts another chain. He just summon another monster. And at that point, you can chain your Book of Moon to book Dandy so I can synchro, or book Debris so I can synchro. So that's that. So whenever a monster hits the field, successfully, it starts a chain. Again, if I go Debris and you go Solemn Warning, then that just breaks the whole entire thing. So like as if the summon never happened. So let's not look at that. Let's look at I go Debris, response, no response. Special summon Dandy, response, no response. If they don't have any response at that point, then the next step is synchroing. If they don't have a response, they can't respond anymore. So in other words, declaring a synchro does not start a chain. So what that means is this. So let's say I want to synchro for not Stardust Dragon, Black Rose Dragon. I'm going to pull my Black Rose out real quick. Okay, it's my Black Rose. Okay, so basically what Konami wants you to do is they want you to go, okay, I declared I want to synchro for Black Rose Dragon. Again, just by declaring it does not start a chain. So if I go, I want to synchro Black Rose Dragon, they can go, oh, okay, I'm just going to book Debris already. They can't do that. The reason why they can't do that is because declaring a synchro does not start a chain. They have to book Debris when Debris hit the field or when Danny hits the field. But just me declaring a synchro, they can't just chain to it, because again, this is not a chain. Can't stress that enough. So here's what Konami wants you to do. Konami don't want you to do this. They don't go, oh, I want synchro for Stardust. Oh, no, Stardust, Black Rose. And you just take your monsters, synchro material, and you put it in the graveyard. You go into your box, you dig out your Syncro, and you put it on the field. Konami does not want you to do that. What they want you to do is to go, I declare Syncro for Black Rose Dragon. Then they want you to go to your box, dig out the Syncro, put it on the table to show that you have a Black Rose Dragon, then move the Syncro material to the graveyard. The reason why they want you to do that is because, let's say if I used my Black Rose already, so this is in the graveyard, and I don't have a Black Rose in my box anymore. I go, okay, I want to Syncro for Black Rose, and then move this to the graveyard, and I go into my box and realize that, hey, I don't have an extra Black Rose, or I used up all 3 of my Black Rose. So what then? I have to go back to my graveyard and pull back out the Syncro material and declare for something else. Because of that, Konami does not like, because of that going back stuff, Konami doesn't like that. It hurts the integrity of the game. Because when you declare something in this game, it's done. Because of that, they want you to pull it out the box, put it on the table, then move your Syncro material to the graveyard. It's not a new ruling. It's more like, you know, the procedure of like how to Syncro, but essentially the mechanics is still the same. So moving on. If I go normal summon Debris Dragon, activate effect, no response. Special summon Dandy, activate then hits the field, no response. Okay, at that point I can go, I declare Syncro for Black Rose Dragon. So Black Rose, move this into the grave. My opponents cannot chain Call of the Hunted to bring out a Stardust to negate the destructive effect of Black Rose Dragon. And here's the reason why. Once Black Rose hits the field, okay, so again, you know, me declaring it does not start a chain, so they cannot chain to me declaring Black Rose. So they'll wait for Black Rose to hit the field first, and then they can chain a Call of the Hunted. So if you break down the chain, it's like this: Black Rose on turn player, so Black Rose is chain link 1. Call of the Hunted is chain link 2. So it'll resolve backwards. So Call of the Hunted resolve first, bring Stardust to the field, and immediately that happens, chain link 1 happens, destroys everything. Stardust cannot squeeze himself in to chain link 1.5 to stop Black Rose's effect. So what if they want you to, okay, so if you do this play right here and you have a Call of the Hunted set, what you want to do is you want to go Debris, activate effect to special summon Dandy from the graveyard, and as soon as Dandy hits the field, you have to then chain Call of the Hunted in response to the summoning of Dandy to bring out Stardust if you're afraid that they're going to Black Rose you. That's the only way you can activate Stardust effect when I Syncro for Black Rose Dragon. If not, it's too late already. So to answer the question about him, to answer John's question right here that talks about how his friends tell him a new ruling, no, there's no new ruling. I think they confuse what the judge is saying with something else, and if you really break down the chain, what they're arguing doesn't make sense. So I really hope this helps you. And again, this is my brand new segment, so what I'm doing is I'm actually taking questions from you guys directly, and then I'm going to make videos. If I like a ruling question ask me, I should make a video where I play it out and try to answer as best as I can. And you know, I hope that will improve the game of everybody, including myself. So yes, it's again new segment, cool stuff. Question and comments below. If you have a question you want me to make a video for, just go ahead and PM me. If I like it, then I'll make the video and give you a shout out too. So everyone wins. Thanks for watching, guys.